Yeah, we in the building, man. Divine
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Let's get it popping.
Let's get it.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. The entourage be on the job, my energy. Feel me tripping and tempo. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We drink the logo when there's airspace that appear like Squarespace. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine to Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's popping, everybody? Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. We in the building tonight, the pregame show, man. Knicks about to go to the Twin Cities in Minnesota to try to get a W in the game tonight, man. So we're gonna get it popping in here, man. Salute everybody in the chat. That's where it's at. We ready to get into it, man. Everything. Salute to my brother Shop Powers. Shop Powers, what's popping, bro?
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk, man. This is the pregame show. You already know what it is, man. Let's get this thing on fire, man. We got the Knicks down in Minnesota tonight going against Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, Gobert, possibly in that team. We're going to go in there and see if we can get a W tonight, man. After coming off that L against Boston Celtics the other night in the world most famous arena, we got pretty much gave it to us from a defense standpoint. We gave up too many 27 3-pointers. Wasn't one of our better defense game the other night. And but, I'm looking forward to the next game. So, we let that one get behind us. We move on to the next one. Hopefully tonight we can have a better defense performance. Offense played well. Our big three was getting it popping. Randall 29, RJ 27, Brunson 22. It was a pretty good game offensively, but defensively we just could not contain that 3-point line for nothing in the world. It was crazy the way they would drop the threes, man. So that's a concern for the Knicks team and the fan base that we got to find a way for Tom Thibodeau to kind of reconstruct that defense to get on that 3-point perimeter game because it's really killing us this season so far. And we don't get that corrected, it's going to be a long season. But I do think if we can get that 3-point defense together, we got a chance to salvage and get back to what we really want to do. So I think we'd be all right in that thing. But that night though, our defense just was out the gate, man. Not only did the brother hit the half-point shot for the 3-point shot from half court to win the car. The cats also came in the building and was dropping trades all over the place. I was like, man, Tatum 6, Brown 6. Even Noah Vonleh, who ex-Knick, hit one. So it was a pretty tough night defensively, man, from that perimeter, man. We've been talking about that pretty much since the season started. We got to find a way to correct that, man, because if we don't get that thing together, it's going to be a long season. And I think this team was good enough to avoid that. So let's hope that we kind of, kids got in the lab, showed some film and everything. They got a chance to reevaluate what they were doing on the way they playing defense on the perimeter. We got to get it corrected. I thought the only one really had a pop of defense the other night was Cam Reddish. He played a hell of a game defensively, man. Like Chop Howard said, I wonder why they didn't start him the whole season. So it was really good to see. He's about the only one out there that night that had a pop it on the defense. And it was Cam Reddish, man. So let's see if we can kind of duplicate what he did, but the whole team do it. And we'll see if we can get a W tonight. Shop Howard out in the Twin Cities tonight.
Yeah, tonight's a big game, man, against a big team. I don't know if they have all their players out tonight, but the one thing that I can say about the Knicks is they have to figure out how to implement Tibbs' defensive schemes out there. And I know as a fan, knowing Tibbs, Tibbs likes to protect the paint and give up a couple of 3-pointers to some players. and it's been hurting us a little bit. So I think Tom Thibodeau comes out tonight with a different mindset, like he's been doing this whole year. He's changed a lot of looks out there, because not because he wanted to, but somewhat he had to. So let's see how Tom Thibodeau's run this team tonight, man. I hope he can get them a little bit. One of the biggest things, like we talked in the background, man, I just wish, me as a fan, I wish that Tom Thibodeau would have just started Cam Reddish from the jump. You know what I mean? I think we're having Cam Reddish in the game now. He's starting to get a little bit more fluidity in his moves out there. He's playing awesome defense and stuff like that. And I'm just waiting for him to have that breakout game. And I think once he has one of those games, one of those like the starting game that he have, I think he'll have a couple of them more in a row. He's starting to get more consecutive minutes and stuff like that. So I'm happy to see Cam get the minutes right now. But the one thing that we do have to figure out is how do we fit Evan Fournier into that second unit. And I mean that it's what's this, the 10th game coming up now, 9th game or something like that.
It'll be the 10th.
It'll be the 10th, right? So in 10 games, you already then seen how Tom Thibodeau was feeling about what Evan Fournier is doing. Tom Thibodeau usually, I seen him. We watched Tom Thibodeau over the last couple of years, and he'll probably let someone play on until 15, 20 games down the line. Not this year, man. He took Fournier out, so we definitely have to put a strong hold on our defensive now, and especially our perimeter shooting.
Yeah, real talk. Great analogy, pal. Yo, salute to the chat, man. That's where it's at. My man, Red Man in the building. Red Man, salute to you. Thank you for coming on Knicks Real Talk, getting it popping. Fabian in the building. JJ, peace to the God. Allah wide. Now, my brother, salute to you. And salute to Cash Out. James in the building. Johnny Davis in the building. From the get-go, man. Salute to everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming in tonight. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Man, we in the building. Man, listen, I just think that what a difference 2 years make than having guys who could really get it popping on the defense. And, because, if you look at that 2020-21 season, I thought about this all day too, guys. That's why I want to bring this up. We had 3 guys in the starting lineup, literally, who could play defense. It was Alfred Payton, Bullock, and, Mitchell Robinson until he went down to Noel. This year, it's like we only got Mitchell Robinson and R.J. Barrett when he on. So what a difference defense make, by having these guys to that won 41 games. But see, we had our starting lineup, was more defense oriented. In that year they were defense oriented. We had 3 defenders and 2 scorers. This year we got 1 defender and 4 scorers. So the defense is a hot right now, man. We missed that. We sometimes you miss the grit from guys. Now, like I said a couple of streets ago, we got to get back to the grit in New York. We got to get on that perimeter. Like you said earlier, Shot Powers, we can't play outside. We can't play inside out on defense anymore. The NBA has changed. It has changed now. So we kind of got to play outside in. Guard the perimeter, get up on your man, and then make them put the ball on the floor and drive the ball, and then we worry about the interior after that. You know what I mean? So I think we do got to get back to to what we did in 2020-21 is that we got to get guys on the perimeter who can really get up on. You can't even get a guy 1 foot. You know what I mean? And I think the problem with me is from what I've been seeing on the tape is like these guys shooting 3-pointers, but nobody's up on them. It's like they like 2 feet away from him. You give him the cat to get in his range, get in his motion, get his foot set, and so I think we got to get up on when that ball, whoever that ball goes to, you should be, soon as that ball get to that man, Shot Powers, you should be right in his face. But it seems like we like 2 steps off of him, and we give him a chance to get in his shooting motion, and they knocking him down. They was killing that stuff the other night, man. I really got to say that, man. I was really disappointed in the way they came out there shooting that ball. And it is like, y'all going to take pride in your defense to make these guys stop. Because our offense was clicking 116 points. We gave up 130 points. We gave up 121 to Milwaukee. We gave up 119 to Atlanta, vice versa, whatever. But that's definitely abysmal. So if we don't get that situated, it's going to be pretty disappointing to me. I thought, because I knew Tom Thibodeau was a defense guy, and it's early in the season. I'm not panicking. Don't get me wrong. I'm not panicking. It's early in the season. I thought that he would have corrected that already, though. Let's see, man. So, we're gonna see, because that's gonna be the tale of the tape tonight. To me, is can our defense rebound off of what they did the other night, Shy Powers, and get in here and clamp down and try to. These guys don't shoot good from the 3-point line at all. And I'll put the stats up in a minute once we go through it on what's on tap and all that good stuff. But we got to find a way to guard that perimeter, man. We had 3 guys. Our big 3 the other day really had great games. They had great games, not good games. They had great games. Anytime the Knicks score 116, I'm happy because we averaged 114 on the season. But to give up 130, that was a tough deal for me to blow. So we got to see how they respond to this. And salute to the chat, to everybody. My man Keith Turner, Eddie, salute to you, Eddie. West Coast Knicks in the building, Red Man and everybody. We just got to hope that we can bounce back, man. And it starts tonight down in the Twin Cities in Minnesota. Let's see if we can get away from the guard and come together tonight and get a victory. Because we get a victory back at 500, and that'd be really good.
Yeah, we definitely have to try to shore up our perimeter defense. If you just look at the last game, for instance, I think they took 53 pointers, was it, or something? They hit like 20 something. I don't think they had 20 points in the paint at all. I don't even think they had 20 points close in the paint. Maybe 14 or something like that. Majority of their shots were all 3-pointers, man. And the game before that with Cleveland, another outing with they really didn't beat us down low. We beat teams in the paint. The last couple of teams we played, we've been beating them in the paint. The Cleveland game, they beat us by 3-pointers. Atlanta beat us by 3-pointers. You know what I mean? That's what that right now. That's what we have to shore up a little bit, because we're killing teams down low. Every team that I just mentioned, we beat them down low statistically on the stat sheet. If I'm not mistaken, those last three teams, we beat every team down low in the paint. 64 points. I think one was 58 or something like that. We beat teams in the paint. We just can't. And what makes it even worse for us now is our 3-point shooting, which I think is going to get better as time goes on and everybody gets more in the rhythm and stuff like that. I think our 3-point shooter is going to get better. Right now, I think Brunson is shooting around 25, 26%, 27%. I don't think he's hitting 30% of 3-pointers, and he's a pretty good 3-point shooter. So as time goes on, I think we're going to get better with the 3-point shooter. But what we really have to do is clamp down. We really have to Tom Thibodeau really has to instill in these guys now that now that it looks like Cam Reddish is going to be that starter. I think, and I watched the other day, Cam Reddish came off the court, and he gave him a pat on the back. You know what I mean? Slapped him there. You know what I mean? Slapped him, give him a little pat. I was like, oh, he's starting to like this dude right here. So let's see what happens as he starts to set different schemes, because I think the defense with Cam Reddish is going to make RJ a little bit better, and it's going to help Brunson out a whole lot. We're down Mitchell Robinson now, which is our defensive guy in the backcourt. You know what I mean? But we still have Hartenstein back there to shore up our offense. So let's see what happens tonight.
Yeah, real talk. We're gonna change up a little bit in the show tonight. We're gonna get him in here early and get it popping. We're gonna bring him a man, the Boogie Man, the Driller's brother, and the businessman. My man Jay Boogie's in the house with the Knicks Real Talk panel. Salute to my brother. What's good, bro?
What's good, my brothers? How y'all doing, man? Blessings help to y'all guys, man. Hope y'all had a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the greatest people it is in the world inside the chat. There's no other orange and blue better than our orange and blue. You see what's happening in Denver. You see the Auburn Tigers. We got the best orange and blue it is, man. Blessings to everybody, man. How y'all men doing this Monday evening, man?
We good, brother. We good. You in the building. We in the building. I'm ready for the Knicks to get in the Twin Cities tonight. Try to pull out a W tonight because we really need it. So I'm really excited, man. I'm always good to see some Knicks basketball popping off. That's why we up here doing this, staying true to the orange and blue. But we're looking for a win tonight, Jay Boogie. Just try to get back to the basics, man. I was talking to the brothers earlier about, between 2021 and now, how we missed the Alpha Payton and the Reggie Bullets of the world. Them cats who had that dog in them, who was playing defense like no other. We were top of the league in defense. We kind of missing a little bit at this year. So I'm hoping that these guys can kind of feed off that spirit of 2020, 21 and get back to the basics, man. Get gritty. I mean, go on in and try to lock these cats down because that perimeter defense is definitely killing the Knicks right now, man. We playing good offensively, scoring a good amount of balls off, score points offensively, but defense we get killed right now, and it's unusual for that to be a Knicks team. We know that Thibodeau, his staple was defense. So I'm hoping we can turn it around tonight against Anthony Edwards and those guys, and try to play some defense tonight for sure.
Yeah, exactly, man. It'll be beautiful. We can get a dub, against, especially a playoff bound team that was in the playoff last year. All the teams that we don't lost to, they pretty much was in the playoffs last year. So, I can't, I'm not gonna really, stamp that Philadelphia win, but I'm gonna take that win. You know what I'm saying? But playing against them and their best two gunners was down. You know what I'm saying? But we need to get a signature win against some of these guys. We blew the game with Memphis. We had a chance to win that Atlanta Hawk game. We had a chance with this Boston game. So here we are with another playoff team. So playing against the best brings the best up out of you, but you gotta want it a little bit more. You gotta go extra hard. We're playing against a lot of teams that got a lot of all-stars. So when you're playing against teams that got all-star players and you don't have really like all-star signature, like, mega stars, guys that can take over games and all that, at any given time without nobody else's help, you got to be collective and have a good team that night. A team will always beat, one or two guys, if they don't have nothing else surrounded by them. But yeah, man, y'all guys don't touch on a lot of notes, man. We need to get a W, get some confidence within themselves, get some happiness within themselves, so feel good within themselves, But it all starts on defense because we've been scoring with any and everybody. But if you're not playing no defense, whatever lead that you start with, they're gonna always be able to track that down. We got enough people that can score from anywhere on the court at any given time, but we need more guys that can get stops on the floor than anything else. Until we can clamp down on D, we're gonna always be in tug of wars, or we gonna either we're gonna be fighting to catch up to somebody, or somebody gonna be running us down for our lead. Because it starts with that D, man. Like you said, back in the days, our defensive guys, they was happy to play D. They took pride in playing D. So, that's where's our happiness and our pride to want to play D. You know what I'm saying? I know, it's been a while since I played ball, but I know when I was coming up, I ain't want nobody to be showing me out, doing what they want to do to me. That looked bad on me, man. I got people that be like, yo, what's going on? Yeah, you got to take some pride, man, and want to stop somebody, man. Get in somebody's grill, man. But yeah, I need a W tonight, man.
Yeah, real talk. Listen, I'm gonna let Sha got it. I got some brothers in the back of the panel in the background, backstage waiting to get in. But Sha Powers, man, go ahead and give me what you're gonna get, man. I'm gonna get.
I don't even want to say nothing. I'm just gonna live right through what Jay Boogie said. A lot of the stuff that he said is the same way that I feel as well, man. We need this win tonight, and there's no doubt that we need a win tonight. Mm-hmm. And overall, me as a fan, I thought in the first 10 games, if we could break even with a 5-5 record, we would be okay. You know what I mean? And we look like we can do that tonight. So let's do that. Who's that? Danny Lannis?
Yeah, we got Danny Land, Danny Dimes in the
Danny.
Danny Boogie.
What's up, buddy? Good. Danny got a new plane, y'all. He got a new plane, so he's been flying.
What's good, D? How you doing, fam?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, we good, man. What you think about tonight?
We got to get that W tonight. We got to get it. Knicks real talk. We got to get it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it'll be good, man. Like Sha Power said, if we can get that win tonight, 5-5. We back at ground zero. We just at ground zero. You know what I mean? And we can take it from there. We come back and play the Brooklyn Nets, which is a hot mess. They won 2 in a row, but they're still a hot mess right now compared to what we go through in the world. Nobody giving the Nets the business like they get the Knicks the business when everything ain't going right. So that's crazy. But that's for another talk. But you know what? We got them the next game. And if we could win tonight and get to Brooklyn, which is pretty much our home court anyway, you know what I mean? So, and we can go against KD and them and try to get another W. You never know. I think that if we win tonight, I think we can just win the next 3 games and put us 2 games over 500. So I still think this thing definitely can transpire into something better. We just got to really go out there and get with Carl Anthony Towns tonight, get with Anthony Edwards and Gobert if he play, and them guys and try to bring it to them. I mean, they 5-5, we 4-5. We scoring 114, they scoring 114. We out rebounding them about 3 a game. Assists is about 2 a game better for them, but field goal percentage is about the same, 47%. and the 3-point percentage is about the same, 33%. So it ain't like they bombed away from 3-point percentage. So we got to go in there and really put the clamp down on the cats tonight, man. If we could do that, then we'd be good. But then I got another brother sitting in the back, and you know how he do. I'm going to call it King Tim III is up in the building with us. King Tim, what's popping, brother?
Salute to you, great kings on the panel. The bro Devon, Shot Power, Big Bro J, Boogie the GOAT, Danny Landis. Salute to you, great kings. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Salute to you, great kings. Look, it costs y'all nothing to hit that like button. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this show, definitely do so. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, let you know when these great kings is coming on, talking about the team that we love. You know, chat, just know that you guys are appreciated. Even if you don't come up on this panel, just know that you guys are appreciated because you do make the show for these podcasts, you know. And shout out to all the other podcasts as well for the love of the game. Sim and everybody, man. So many of the name, man. Salute, support all of them, man, because ain't no team like our team, man. Ain't no fans like our fans. We got the best fans in the world. So I just want to throw that out there, you know, for real. So much love to you all. But what I want to say about tonight's game is, man, we're going to lose this game. I hate to be the one to spoil it. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs lost this team. It's over. He lost this team. This team ain't buying into what he's doing no more. You know, I'm a diehard Knicks fan. I'm passionate. I want to say we're going to win. But this team is not listening to him. He losing this team. They not buying in. He's not it for this team. You know, I know there's a lot of players that like Tibbs. You know, there's players that love. There's a lot of people that love Tibbs. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that likes him. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he was going to be able to change his ways. Clearly, he's not. He's still the same. He's coaching the same. You know, his substitution pattern is still the same. He's bringing in guys at 3 minutes left in the quarter. Like, that's horrible. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay riding a hot hand. You know, if they hot, when they cool off, then you take them out the game. Don't mess up the chemistry and the flow. You know, and you gotta have the team playing man defense. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them get up on these dudes.
Hey Tim, you coming in a little shaky right now. So I got to reposition yourself. I think you're coming in a little blurry right now.
Y'all can hear me now? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's probably the internet acting crazy. Yeah, that's what the devil want. He don't want me to get this out, but I got to speak the truth. This is real talk, right? So I got to keep it real. But man, the team just got to play. They just got to tighten up on the defense, team defense. You know, they got the man up. You know, and they haven't been. They've been playing soft when it comes to manning up. You know, they not helping out on defense. It's like they just giving a lot of open shots, you know, and that's not good for us, you know. And I just hope that Tibbs can turn it around. But clearly, I don't see this team winning this game tonight. If they do, I'll be surprised, you know. But Tibbs lost this team, and I think they need to really think hard about letting him leave, you know what I mean, resign or move on, and give Johnny Bryan a chance. You know what I'm saying? And see what he could do for the rest of the season, and then think about finding a new coach because he's lost his team.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people out there same sentiments that you do, you know, and I can understand as well. You know, for me, you know, and I look back at the last game, everybody. I mean, the Knicks literally scored 116 points. But it also goes back to me is that they just don't have the defenders. They don't have the defenders like they had in 2021. I don't care if Ever Payton couldn't shoot a lick, but that cat had grit. He had grit dog in him. He wasn't letting nobody punk the Knicks. Reggie Bullock was not letting nobody punk the Knicks. We do not have nobody on that team right now other than Cam Reddish and Mitchell Robinson. Grimes ain't played yet, so but really would get up in the dude's face and say, "Nah, you not coming at me like that." See, and I think that's a difference. I think the difference is that we just don't got no solid, hard, gritty, get in your grill, New York mentality type of ball players. We know what the city represent. They hard, they go at it, they hustle, they bustle, subway riding, taxi cab driving. I'm gonna get up. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have them guys no more on this team. We really don't. RJ got a little bit of them, but I think Alpha Payton, like I said, remember if you look at the promo that I put out there when we started the show, when they were playing Memphis and my man Jay Crowder shot that ball, Alpha Payton went over there and pushed him to the floor. Boom! Get it by you ain't coming to New York with that. We don't have them type of guy. For cats coming in here like, yo, I'm gonna come in here and run them up on you cats. Because there ain't nobody saying, you know what, I'm gonna give you an elbow coming down the lane because you disrespecting us. You know what I mean? We don't have them guys, man. I think until we get some gritty cats in there, that's why I like what Cam Reddish did the other night, Shot Power. Out of everything that could have went right for the Knicks that night and what could have went wrong, Cam Reddish to me was a shining star that game against Boston. He was in them cats' grill all night long. You know what I mean? Causing havoc, playing man-on-man, one-on-one defense, up in their face, disruptive. And you know, granted, we had a good offense, and then we gave up 100, but we gave up 130 points. So the offense is not even a problem this year. You know, our big three came to play the other night. I think we just got to find a way to get back to that mentality that represents the city. You know what I mean? The 90s Knicks type shit, you know, and they had that in 2020, 2021. I mean, them cats were going hard that year. We won 41 games. They wasn't having it. Reggie Bullock was taking on the best threes in the game, making it hard on them cats. Merlin brother coming out of Merlin. You know how Reggie Bullock get down out of Merlin. You had my man Alfred Payton doing this thing. I mean, these cats was locking cats down. And this year, Shop How we not locking nobody down. So when we give up a 119 and 121 and 130, you're not beating nobody in the NBA like that. You know what I mean? So I think we just got to get back to the basics and play some defense, man. And Tim might be on to something because if they lost a team, and we know in the next couple of games whether Tim's going to be around, you know, so we have to see. But I think we got to get back to the defense basics. I think defense win championships. Lock these cats down. You don't let nobody come up there and shoot 27 threes up in your face. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And
right, that's outrageous.
That's crazy, Shot Powers.
I'm on it about the defense. I'm really on it, and I also like Tibbs' way of defensive schemes. I like his defensive schemes. I think right now the guys are still trying. Now that Fournier is out of the lineup, we messed up the routine when we put Grimes in. He didn't stay in. Now we putting Cam in there. To try to solidify the defense, which he has been doing. They just have to get together because we all watched a couple of the 3-pointers. You see two guys going swaying with the cutter and leaving the guy who's shooting the 3-pointer open because they're not sure who's supposed to pick up the 3-point man. And I think once they start, working on those things like that, figuring out, okay, I stay with the 3 and you go with the switch instead of both of us leaving this guy wide open to shoot this 3. I could shoot. I ain't played a full court game in about 15 years and stuff. And those open shots that they got, I could probably hit 2. If they gave me 5 like that, I could probably hit 2. But with that being said, man, he just has to. We need a day off. A good day off where he can set them right, so he can set them in the place where they need to be. Once they figure out where they need to be, and leaving these guys, angling for these 3-point shots that we've been getting murdered by, we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I like Tom. He's always been a defensive coach, and even with some of the team that we had last year, we end up being a pretty good defensive team. We did not make the playoffs or anything, but we started getting it around. I just hope we catch it a little earlier than we did last year. Last year, we just got killed from all the injuries and COVIDs and all that other stuff. So if we have a healthier year, I think Tom can work these guys into better schemes. I think Cam Reddish helps RJ, and I think both those guys help Brunson. And once we get Mitchell Robinson back, if we could get Randall to play halfway, at least man-to-man defense that he plays well, instead of the team defense that he ain't. If you leave him, if he's off the switch and he's the one that got to defend the 3-pointer, that guy shooting the 3-pointer. So if he can play that team defense, I think we'll be okay.
Hey, Jay Boog, what's your gut feeling about moving forward? Like even what Tim was talking about, how do you feel about the Tibbs situation and the team overall going forward? Do you think that's something that we got to contemplate about Tibbs, or you think we should just give him a chance to get through a little more of the season?
I mean, I believe Tom has been making, the right adjustments, as far as, putting guys out on the floor. But before I go any further, let me shout out to Johnny Davis, the real Johnny Davis, not the fake one that come out of Wisconsin over there in the Washington. Shout out to you, my brother. But be honest with you, man, I mean, he's been making the right adjustments and putting guys in positions to whether they either can succeed or they can fail. You know, ain't but so much you can do. But when y'all talk about Cam, if I'm in that locker room and I'm coaching on that team, I'm laying the law down and let it be known. From here on out, I don't care if Grimes is healthy all the way 100%. Cam is our new starting three. You know, Evan, you're going to continue on coming off the bench until we, Ron Cleveland, you an airplane, you up out of here. Grimes, you're going to come off the bench. Reason why is this? Because that's our best perimeter defense. A lot of times I wish RJ would have took it out of his heart and let Cam slide over the plate Jason Tatum the other night, because Cam would have been picking him up full court. Cam is the only guy really besides that could be in that starting lineup that can pick somebody up full court. So when you allow Jason Tatum to yo-yo walk the ball up court, you know what I'm saying, and figure out what to do, you know what I'm saying, then that's what he was doing. RJ really wasn't putting the pressure on, but he wanted to check him because that's in his heart. I love you about your heart, but sometimes your heart can make the bad choice too. You know what I mean? So if our big three, meaning Jalen, Brunson, Julius, and RJ, if they're going to be scoring anywhere from 65 to 70 points per game, guess what? I don't need Grimes or Evan Fournier to be in there to take shots from them guys. I need Cam to be in there to take defensive stops from them guys. You know what I'm saying? Let him play the best perimeter guy. You know what I'm saying? And that RJ can go back to playing his natural spot and playing the 2 instead of him playing the 3 and dealing with bigger guys and stuff like that. Now, I love to see Cam just get in there because I believe once Cam find out what his role is, he's gonna turn up a whole lot better. When he start knowing, okay, this is my spot, this is my play. Okay, time for me to go get my bag. Time for me to go get my money. You know what I'm saying? When he's at the point when he ain't gotta be like Obi Toppin last year, looking over his shoulder, I wonder if I'm gonna play. How long I'm gonna play in that? I know my role. Then Cam is gonna turn up a little bit more. I love to see Cam inside that starting lineup. That'll give us a more athletic guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't even concentrate too much on scoring. You know what I'm saying? Be like a little bit, a small imitation of Latrell Sprewell for us. You know what I'm saying? Running the floor, playing defense. You know what I'm saying? Finishing at the rim. We ain't worried about you making shots, but them stops that you can give us, that's real important to us. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody make basketball runs, you know what I'm saying, on offense, but we need more basketball defensive runs. When can you get a stop? See, that's the difference with Boston and us the other night. They knew they could make runs, but they knew they also could clamp down and stop us at certain times when we thought we was on a run, get ready to take over the game. I love Cam inside our offense, you know what I'm saying? Tom is doing it the best he can right now. Even though they desperate measures, that was a desperate move the other night when he went small ball. You need to go small ball sometimes, you know what I'm saying? If they ain't got a big, play small ball. I liked it that when you had Julius, Obi Toppin, you had Cam, you had RJ, and you had Jalen, you know what I'm saying? But that thing is not going to work every night. It takes time if you're going to do that, you know what I'm saying, for it to develop. But when you do it, don't just do it one time and just throw it in the trash. Continue on doing it when you see that it fits, playing against, smaller bigs and stuff like that. People that ain't going to post you up. People that just going to play on the perimeter. Then you can play a 5 like that, man. But we got to get accurate on our defensive end, man. Start forcing the ball out of the creator's hand and forcing the balls into the non-creator hand. That's what I want to see tonight. Force the guys that know how to create for the game. Force the ball up out of their hand into a guy's hand who doesn't know how to create, you know what I'm saying, the offense, you know what I'm saying? And then you're playing good, solid defense, man. But right now, I can pick out all kinds of reasons why I want Tom up out of here. But you know what I'm saying? I can pick some reasons why I do need him to stay here. But the thing is, you're gonna eliminate and get it right. What's the game plan? Who you bringing in? You know what I'm saying? You can't just change Tom. You got to change everything because you change Tom, you got to change the person that brought him in. Can't let him slide. So right now it's too early. But 9 games in, we give it a little thicker time, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to the All-Star break, see what we look like, you know what I'm saying? And see if we can, turn some of this stuff around. I believe in have faith in us, man, that we can turn some things. Because a lot of these games we lost. They ain't beat us. We blew them games. You know what I'm saying? So when you blowing games, that leaves room for you to fix. But when you losing games, you know what I'm saying, then the team is just better than you. But I ain't seen that not one of them games that we lost, the team was just that much better than us. They was that much more talented than us, but they wasn't that much better than us. We blew them games and give them away.
Yeah, real talk, Jay, buddy. I mean, you hit everything on the nail on the head, man, because I really believe this here. You know what? any coach could throw out a game plan. Can your players execute? Listen, Jason Tatum wasn't busting Tom Thibodeau, but he was busting RJ and them butt. Jaylen Brown wasn't busting Tom Thibodeau, but they was busting Julius Randle butt. You know what I mean? You cats got to go hard. You got to get that mentality. Like, you can't come in here and steal my food. I mean, like Jay Boogie said, the Knicks lost some real close games. It could have went either way. Maybe a turnover here or a foul here or a missed shot here. The Knicks is playing decent basketball. It's just that they defense, they not locking cats down. They not getting up on them. Like, you can't guard a dude 2 foot off you. If you guard a dude I always say, if a dude on the 3-point line, I'm Danny, and I'm going to pass it to you. If a guy is standing on the 3-point line, you get up on him in his face, make him put the ball on the floor and drive. Because I think 3 times 10 is 30, 2 times 10 is 20. I'd rather give up 20 points and 30 points any day. So you got to get up on these cats. Get up in their face. Like, that's why, like I said, I'm not – Alpha Payton is no Jalen Brunson, but Alpha Payton was up in their grill. You know what I mean? He like, you ain't getting past me. You know, and I think that's where we losing out at. It's like, it's not like we don't have a good team here, man. Listen, our Big Three popped it off the other night. I mean, look at them cats' numbers the other night. Jalen Brunson, 22 and 10. RJ 27, 5 and 5. Randall 29 and 10. Their offense wasn't the problem. You know what I mean? It's that I think they just got to find a way to get some guys in there who can guard that perimeter and say, listen, either you're going to beat me, I'm going to make you put that ball on the floor. And if I make you put the ball on the floor, I'm going to make you get to the middle of the lane. If you get there, I got Mitchell Robinson back there. But damn, you can't sit there and shoot 3-point like my man hit that shot and have won that car. That's what it feels like to me. You know what I mean? Like, let these cats shoot this shit like the cat shot that shit, won that key or whatever. Get up on these dudes and make it happen. So I'm confident that, you know, they might not be the team they was a couple of years ago defensively, but I think they could be better than they are, Danny. And I just think that they got to find a way to reach in their hearts and find that listen, it's all about the heart and the competitive spirit, man. You know what I mean? Like Jay Boogie said, all them games we lost, we was in them games. They didn't beat us, we beat ourselves. You know what I mean? Basically, because of some formality where we might have turned it over or we just watched the guy go by. I think Julius Randle, as a team leader, he got to tighten that up. He got to get at these cats and listen. He got to be better on defense as well. RJ got to be better. But I think the key to this thing is Cam Reddish. If you start Cam Reddish the rest of the season, the Knicks might turn this thing around. I think he makes a big impact on that team. His numbers the other day, he only had 4 points, but he was a +8. You know why? Because the cats he was guarded wasn't getting nothing. You know what I mean? So I think that's what they got to do, Danny. We got to get this thing back to being gritty, man. And I think we just got to go at it, man. Get these cats to play some ball, man. You got to have heart, man. What I said the last thing, what KRS said, here's where the problem started, no heart, because of that, a lot of crews fell apart. It's the Knicks. Real talk, you know what I mean? If you ain't got no heart, you fall apart. You know, and the Black Master told you that years ago. Knicks got to get gritty, man. They got to get some heart up in there and play like
gritty. That's right.
Yeah, man, we got to get it back, Danny. So we just hope we can prevail, man, and bring that same intensity tonight and see how it happens.
Cam gonna make RJ pat that floor. He pat that floor since you was in Duke. I need some of that pat the floor defense. Pat the floor, man.
We need that locksmith defense. We need that Anthony Mason lock you down defense. That's what we need. And we don't have anybody like that. Cam is the closest. Cam is the closest defensive locksmith on that team. Or Robinson.
Yep. And we missed him the other night too. You know what I mean? Believe it or not. Because like I said, you good as Shot Powers and now passing to Tim. Good as Hawkinson is on the offense and all that, but that Mitchell interior defense was missed too. Because terrible. Missed it, man, because and like I said, they scoring 124 with Hawkinson, but they're giving up 127 with Hawkinson in there. You know what I mean? So it's like a give and take with this thing. But we just got to get back to it, man. It's plain and simple, man. And listen, you get in a boxing match, cat hit you with a couple jabs, knock your ass to the floor, get up and recoup yourself, and then you throw your shit. Throw your jabs at him and put him on the canvas. But I think people throwing jabs at us and we not throwing them back, or they throwing bolos at us and we not throwing no bolos back.
We're just taking it. We're not giving it back.
Yeah, man, they hit us with shit. We like, and we not responded, bro. You know what I mean? And I think Shot Power, once we do that, I think we can get back on this thing, man. We just gotta respond, man, better than we've been responding lately. That's all.
We need a couple of things, man. I've been saying this like a lot of the chats. We need to push the pace, grab these rebounds, hit these free throws. And now we need to play that gritty defense. We need to really lock in with each other. And I think in time, I'm going to give him a couple of more days now that Cam looks like he's going to be the starter now, and how RJ will replay now because RJ moves back down, hopefully like to the 2 position, and Cam will be playing that defensive threat small forward that we have on the offensive team and stuff like that. You know, and to help Brunson out too. And as long as we can get a little bit of Julius Randle to play some good one-on-one defense, man, we can make a little run. But once they get more, they just have to get more together, man. Once they get a little bit more together, man, we'll start seeing less points from the opposing teams, I believe. And I think we'll start still having our little scoring rampages that we be having from 114 points to 120 points or something like that. And we'll be fine, man. We just need some time. And I hate to say it, it's only, and I hope we win tonight. I want us to win tonight because we need this win tonight because the way I thought how we came out the first 10 games, which all 10 of these games were tough games. And some of these games we could have won. At least if we came 5-5, we okay. I didn't want to see us 2-8. 3-7 or something like that. You know what I mean? We right there. Even if we if things happen tonight and the perimeter defense falls apart again tonight or whatever the case may be, and we're 6-4, that's not so bad as well. You know what I mean? So we need this win tonight, man. Push the pace, grab some rebounds, hit some free throws. Let's get that win tonight.
Yeah, real talk. Yo, salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Salute to everybody up in the chat, man. All the brothers and sisters representing. I got Divine, I got Shy, I got Jay Boogie. You already know what it is, man. I got Tim, I got Danny L. Danny Dines in here with me, man. I got to give my Giants some love always, brothers. I'm calling you Danny Dines tonight. But listen, man. Hey, Tim, I feel like this here. Tonight, the Minnesota Timberwolves only shoot 33% from downtown, the same as we do. All you got to do is just defend the 3 tonight. You know what I mean? They only shoot 33%. Ain't like they like Boston. What's interesting about Boston that game, since Ime Udoka left, their defense got worse, but their offense got better. You know what I mean? It's like flip the script because Ime had them playing mad defense down in Boston. So they defense, and we still dropped 116 on them. You know, so but their offense got better from the 3-point line since they that new coach took over, and they really showed it 27-3. But at the same time, who else dropped them many threes on us the other night? Milwaukee, somebody shot all the threes on us. So I think tonight is going to be a real important game that we just try to at least play average defense on the perimeter. I think we walk out there with a W. All our numbers line up for as competition, scoring, rebounds, assists, field goal percentage. We pretty much beat them in some of them categories, but we both shooting 33% from downtown. And I think they don't got better shooters from downtown than Boston, because I think the only one really shooting close to 40 on that team is Anthony Edwards. Cat ain't really where he was last year. Then obviously, D'Angelo Russell's not a high volume 3-point shooter. So I think the Knicks got a good chance. If they get on that perimeter tonight, I think the Knicks will beat them. I just think they just playing. I don't think he's gonna play. I don't think he's playing tonight. But so that to me, that's a leg up for the Knicks, man. We just got to go in there and play some gritty defense tonight. I think we can come out with a W. And we play defense. I think we'll be all right, Tim.
Oh, Rudy's not playing? I was looking forward for him to be playing, especially with Hartenstein in the lineup. Come here. Come out here on this perimeter. We're going to open up this ocean so we can penetrate and get to that rack all night long. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for him to be on the floor.
Me too, bro. Me too.
But if he ain't out there, man, if he ain't out there, I'm not even going to say that plays into our favors. Because we be having issues about certain, caliber players on other teams. They don't play, and we just get in a total tug of war with them. You know what I'm saying? Embiid didn't play. Harden didn't play. Those guys supposed to have been aired out their own building. So, when somebody ain't playing, I'm not going to fall for that. We just got to go out there and play ball, man. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Just mute our mouths and play basketball. Be out there. RJ, be like Kawhi Leonard. Don't even get in a conversation with this dude. This is why Kawhi kills Draymond Green, because he tries his best to talk to him, but you can't talk to a mummy out there on the floor that ain't going to talk to you. So that's why he always kill him. Don't do anything to set a fuse to this guy, to get him lit, the way he can turn up on you. He can't light his own fire. See, we played against Trae Young and Murray. We played against who else we played against the other night? Jason Tatum, them guys don't need you to light their fuse, but if you light their fuse, they're going to extra kill you. But they got their own fuse that they can light themselves and go get you. I think Edwards is a type guy. He wants to talk trash. He wants to go back and forth with you. RJ, leave that man alone. You know what I'm saying? Play your game. Be the quiet storm. You know what I'm saying? That 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock music while he playing that little baby. You put on that key sweat on him and blind him out and do your thing and handle your business, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want, RJ. Don't even go back and forth with this dude at all, man. Period. Let him be.
Real talk. Actually speak louder words, Jay. Hey, when they say silence is golden, brother, you can kill him with the quietness. Just let him go in there and let him do the talking. That's all. Hey, Tim, man. So what do you think, man? What you think gonna be the key to trying to get this thing popping tonight? I know you got projecting us losing, but if you had anything that you think the Knicks could win around and turn this thing around and win tonight, what would be something you want to see that might give them a chance to win tonight, even though you predicted them to lose tonight?
Help defense. Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, we hear you.
Help defense and guarding that 3-point line. Defense, and Tibbs is supposed to be the defensive mastermind. You know what I'm saying? And clearly, This team, he losing this team. And at the end of the day, he should be having that big three, which is Julius, RJ, and Brunson in the office talking to them. Like, y'all got the bag. We gave y'all the money. Y'all supposed to be our leaders. Y'all supposed to be taking this team to where I know y'all can go. And clearly, I don't even think he's doing that because he's too busy in the office looking at the tapes himself, and thinking, okay, whatever game can get. Right now, honestly, we supposed to be 8-0 right now. We, like Jay Boogie said, we gave those games away. But we gave those games away. There's a reason we gave those games away because it was Tibbs coaching. He didn't execute down there at the end. He didn't watch the play and kept feeding a hot hand. When they get cold, once again, when they start getting cold, then you can bring guys back in. Everybody's supposed to always be ready. They're supposed to be ready, next man up, but do not put the fire out. Once they cook and keep them in, keep them motivated, keep them pumped up. And that's that second unit. So now you taking the life out of them now. Now their confidence is being shot because you want to get the starters back in and get them running. You know what I'm saying? So now the team is the opposite team is game planning now. Now they locked in now. Like, okay, we know the starters ain't hot like that. So now we're gonna bring it to them. And now the bench is cold. They cooled off now. So now when they get back in the game, it's gonna be hard for us to catch back up. And that's not fair to us Knicks fans. We diehard fans, and at the end of the day, I predicted us to win 50 games. But the way Tibbs is coaching right now, ain't no way in the world we're gonna win 50 games. I'm gonna keep it 100. He losing this team. Like I said, he losing this team. And the only way we was to win this game tonight is they play team defense and get up on their man. They got to get more aggressive on defensive end. That's the only way they could be able to change this thing around.
Yeah. Hey, for me, what's interesting to me is, if the team stunk offensively and defensively, then I kind of would be concerned for Tibbs. I'm just going to, but it's like we scoring the ball well. It's like the Knicks is literally putting up 114 points a game almost. They scoring the ball well. So I mean, is Tibbs not? Is he coaching the offense better than he coaching the defense, or really we just don't have the defense players to stop these cats to get in? Because I think I could see if this offense and the defense stunk. You know what I mean? Jay Boogie and Shaw, Tim and everybody. It'd be different if both things stunk. But we scoring the ball though. We literally putting up 114 a game. You know what I mean? But our defense is probably giving up 120. And I was looking at Jonathan Macklin, he had to break down everything, and I gotta be honest with you. I'm disappointed in Randall's defense. I'm disappointed, and because I think Randall is about effort. You know what I mean? I'm not singling out Randall per se, but he is also a $20 million dude. It wasn't only we took Fournier out of the lineup, and our defense still stinks. So obviously, it wasn't only Fournier. It's a team defense. It's all about the team. You know what I mean? It's like if you got RJ guarding the best guys in the league, and granted, RJ is above average defender, but look what he's facing every night. Last year, he was going up against LeBron, KD. He was taking on the best wings in the game last year, dude, and he wasn't doing bad with them dudes. But then, but this year, because Jalen Brunson is a little bit of a he's not above average defender. When it comes to taking charges, he's decent. Evan Fournier was just a turnstile. So if R.J. Barrett's one of your better average defenders. Julius Randle, to me, is just average right now. I don't know what's wrong with Julius Randle defensive why his effort is not there. And then obviously Mitchell Robinson and Hawks. So you got one dude in your lineup, literally, in that starting lineup that could play above average defense. One dude. That's that you can't beat nobody with one dude. So I don't know I don't think they got the personnel defensively to combat all the stuff that's coming at them. Hopefully Grimes can make a difference. I know Grimes, Cam Reddish, Mitchell Robinson, and Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, RJ, Cam, and a little bit of Quickly. Them about your 5 best defenders on a team of 15 people. Literally. Think about that. We got 5 guys out of a team of 15 people that can play defense or at least average or better. I don't think you're going to beat a lot of teams if you don't have the personnel. You know what I mean? And what makes Tibbs not a good coach this year, but in 2020, 21, when he had the personnel, the Cat won 41 games, got us to the playoffs. You know what I mean? Last year, we won 37 games, and we was injured like crazy. One of our better defenders last year, Nerlens Noel, was out 60-some games last year. Derrick Rose didn't play. So it's hard. I don't want to say that he's not part of the problem, but I also think, like, you got to have talent to win in this league. Phil Jackson won. He had Michael Jordan, and he had Kobe Bryant. Popovich had Tim Duncan. I mean, it takes talent to win in this league. And I think the Knicks on the defense side of the ball, they just don't got a lot of talent, Jay Boogie. I think these cats just got to get some defenders up in there to help neutralize that side of the ball because the offense is good. Jalen Brunson can get it with the best of them. I think Randall can get it with the best of them, or they too. But on that defense side, they got 5 guys on that team, literally 5 that I can count. That's above average defenders, or at least average. And that's hard. It's hard to defend other teams when they got weapons all over the place, but you don't got guys who can lock down guys and shut them down. We don't have no one-on-one guys like that. I think it's a problem for the Knicks, Jay Boogie. I think that's where it comes down to me. These cats got to get something to defend.
You hit it right on the head. I could say less to everything you just said. And when you mention Quickly, shout out to Quickly. When his bread and butter is not going for him. The other night, you see him, he ain't stopped. He rebounded. See, that's what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? When your bread and butter is not working for you, don't be, hesitant to go do something else that can help the team where we're weaker at, you know what I'm saying? Do something extra dive on the floor, win the loose balls, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you rebound and securing the ball, you know what I'm saying? So, I wanted to just shout out Quickly for that real quick, man. But, man, it starts on the defensive end. I think it was a couple of games ago when they asked Tom, what are you doing? What are you trying to see different and everything? I think Tom, he mentioned that, they're definitely looking around the league to see what everybody's doing so they can, try to imitate some of the things that the league is doing so we can keep up and don't fall behind. Okay, yeah, you can go get the offense all you want, but you can't forget that you're a defensive-minded coach, dude. You can constantly remind them dudes,
exactly,
you can score all you want, but if you're not going to stop them the next time after you score, guess what? They might stop you the next time you come up and come back down the court and score another basket to take the lead. So, man, defense, man. Some of them timeouts you calling to talk to them. Nah, let them know about defense, man. Defense. And, we need everything from all the big dogs on our team. We need all our efforts from Julius, all our effort. No taking notes, no on plays off, no rest spots, no none of that. You need to be constantly stay engaged to the game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man, stay engaged to the game and continue on working on making winning plays. Because when you start making winning plays, it develops you on how to win games. And when you win games, then you can become a threat, you know what I'm saying, to other teams, you know what I'm saying? They want, we got a game to play tonight. Now, dudes are starting coming up in here right now. They starting to feel like, yo, we can turn on anytime we want, man. Them guys ain't gonna play no defense no more. They ain't even playing D no more. You know what I'm saying? So when guys start looking at you like that, you know what I'm saying? There's something wrong and something's being said and they passing it around the league. Best believe Minnesota feel like we got some, you know what I'm saying, some of that cream inside the pot tops coming in tonight. You know what I'm saying? Soft marshmallows, you know what I'm saying? Coming white cream inside the Twinkies and the Hostess cake that's coming up here. They ain't playing no D. We can do whatever we want. man. What are you going to do to change that tonight, man? It's within yourself, man. And don't even look at nobody else on the team. We ain't going to do like the boy Ramsey from the Rams the other night, point fingers. No, look at yourself in the mirror and realize it is you, man. What can I do? What can I change to make the team even better? You know, I like what Jalen Brunson said, but I ain't gonna act like, you know what I'm saying, that was a bad question for Julius, and a lot of people trying to twist what he was saying and make it even worse. Stop trying to make Julius always the fall guy, and let a guy continue trying to work and get better, man, and stop trying to lose small things to turn against the dude, you know what I mean? But you gotta always look at yourself, you know what I'm saying, what can you do better for the team? And if everybody's playing for the team, together everybody always matter, then we can go ahead and win collectively as a team, man, and cut out some of this nonsense we got going on, taking these L's, you know what I'm saying, losing against teams that we could be beat, you know what I'm saying, making them fears all over again, man. I want this W tonight, man. We on the road, so what? We in Minnesota, so what? Handle your business. We'll handle our business against them, and then I want to watch my Giants handle the Minnesota Vikings. You know, we in Minnesota territory, man. Ain't playing with these guys, man. Handle your business, New York. Handle your business.
Real talk. Hey, Danny. And I like Tim said. Don't get me wrong. You got to get clear. Tim's got to take the brunt of it too, because he's a coach. But I do believe this team, and I'm not mad because they 4-5, dog. I mean, you can't kind of be mad at the Knicks right now. The Knicks could easily be 0-8. But they not playing good basketball. They still 4-5. To me, that's like a positive to me. All right, you're not playing your best basketball, but you still 4-5. And everybody get the breaks. You know, we ain't the only one beat the 76ers because Embiid ain't there. Everybody else beat them without Embiid, or we beat this team because this other guy was there. That's just the way the NBA go. The Knicks ain't the only team beating cats without they star players. Everybody get a break. The whole league do that. So I don't want people to think that just because the Knicks beat this team because they didn't have this guy. Well, you know what? The other team did that too. I mean, look at the Golden State Warriors right now. 6 on the road they lost. You know, it happens. It's the NBA. It happens. But Danny, let me ask you a question. If the Knicks come out here tonight, show a more gallant effort on defense, do you think they come out that thing with a win tonight? Can you hear me, Danny? Or I move that question to Shaw Powers.
Danny back in that plane.
Yeah, right.
I think if we just get, like everyone's saying on the chat, man, right now, we need to just show up our defense, man. We show up our defense, man. We have a better chance of beating this team tonight. You know, if we play good basketball, we push that pace, we grab some rebounds, and we shoot some free throws. You know what I mean? If we can hold this team, this team is, like you said, Divine, is similar in stats with us, especially in 3-pointers. If we can retain them to, you know, low 3-point range, we beating teams in the hole, man. We beating teams in the box. And if we can continue to beat teams in the box and make a couple of 3-pointers, we can win this game tonight.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, listen, don't go nowhere. Everybody, I got 32 seconds. I need y'all attention for 32 seconds. I got a message from Jalen Brunson, and it's important. So don't go nowhere, and y'all get into it, man. Listen what the brother got to say, because I think it's important. Sorry about that.
In our community. Tuesday, November 8th is Election Day. So get out there, make sure your voice is heard, and vote.
That's right, Knicks fans. To find the polling site near you, go to rockthevote.org.
And don't forget the vote. Vote on Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Knicks fans, Janet Bunton here, remind you that all of us have a chance to change the future for our families and our community. Tuesday, November 8th is Election Day. So get out there, make sure your voice is heard, and vote.
Yeah, real talk, man. That's all I want to put out there. We got to make sure we represent for our families and everybody, man. Y'all, we get out there and vote, man. And this is a big year for us. We ain't trying to turn the show into politics, but listen, if you don't vote, you can't complain. Period.
That's right. Well, you know, me and you both, we locked in on Facebook, so you already seen what I posted the other day. I went and took care and handled my business, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people need to know this is not for presidency. This is more important than voting for just president. This is way more important. This is about everything that's around you in life. every area, every phase. So, you know what I'm saying? If you got an opportunity, go vote. You know what I'm saying? Please go vote. Do not leave your vote unaccounted for, man. Well, I'm going to jump up out of here, guys. You know what I'm saying? Hope we get a W tonight. You know what I'm saying? If you come back on late on tonight, maybe I dive back in real quick. I had a glance tonight. I seen that boy Wallace, the 6'4" point guard in Kentucky. He looked like John Wall. He looked like John Wall when he went there. I'm telling you that. I'm scouting already early. College basketball is on. Jay Boogie, I'm on it. But, you know, let's get this W tonight. You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody continue to stay healthy and safe. God bless everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? God bless all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? My man Thibodeau. You know what I'm saying? Shea Power, Divine, my man, and Danny Landis, the plane boss. All y'all, man. Let's get a W tonight, man. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's, man.
Jay Boogie in the building, about to exit. Jay Boogie, love you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Real
Salute,
talk.
big bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Much love to y'all brothers, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, real talk, man. Thanks for Jay Bull coming and blessing the panel with us, man. And shoot to the chat. That's where it's at. Y'all got it popping up in there. We got it popping on here. And, you know, we about a half hour away from the game. But you know, what a great segment for everybody, man. You cats is really dropping it, man. And the chat got it going on up in there. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Y'all about to go call the fire department up in that piece. Y'all really dropping it up in there. So salute to everybody, man. Knicks Real Talk. Let's get it. Divine Shot Powers. We got my man Tim. Danny Land in the building, and we just here, man. Thank you, Jackie Boy, for dropping it on the brothers, man, and dropping some jewels with us. We appreciate that, man. Y'all make sure y'all run them up with the thumbs up. Don't caution nothing. You know this shit is popping right now. We hot up in here. This shit is on fire. Run them up with the thumbs up. Tell a friend. Knicks Real Talk. We in the building. Divine, Shout Power. Tim, let's get it, man. Hey, Tim, we just got to come out here, and Tim's got to do the right thing. Somebody said that Jericho Sims is starting tonight. Man, that's that. I don't know what to say, but that sounds good to me, man. Get a young man some chance to go out there and bring some energy and keep Hartenstein on that bench. You know, I think he's probably doing it from a defense standpoint, but no matter what, it's good to see that he's using his body though. So that's good to see, man. And he's athletic. He got the athleticism. Let's see if this cat can go in there and do something for us, Shot Power, and make a difference tonight, Dan. Tim.
That's he got defensive players on that team, and he's a defensive coach. Sims is a defensive player. He's a body. McBride is a body. They play defense. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuses. We can't continue to make no excuses for Tibbs. I know people saying that, yeah, he was a good defensive coach. You know, he won a championship with Boston with the defense. He was coach of the year. I get all of that. His coaching is deteriorating. If that makes sense. It's fading. And this team is not they need a new voice. That's all. They need somebody that's a new voice, somebody that's different, somebody that will listen to them. Not saying Tibbs is not, but they just need somebody that's going to just believe in them. Because I'm not saying Tibbs don't, but I don't think he believes in them a whole lot. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't. You know, because Tibbs want his own players. It's the front office. So at the end of the day, Tibbs is going to be, if Tibbs get fired, the front office is still going to be there. But they got to make the right moves. If not, they're going to be out of here. You know, there's going to be a whole new start, and I mean, starting all over again as far as front office and coaching. You know, at the end of the day, we got players. We got players that's there, that's hungry, and they seem like they want to win. Because like I said, we would have been 9-0 right now. We gave a lot of games away, you know, and that's by Tibbs' poor coaching. You know, there's no way that we beating the scrubby teams, and then when the top dog teams come in, you know, they come in and they're taking our, you know what I mean, taking our heart. You know what I mean? We got to play with heart. You know what I'm saying? We got to play with passion, you know, and I don't see none of that on the court. Everybody just running up and down the court, just doing their own thing. Nobody's playing like they playing with, like they want to really win. To me, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, we scoring 114 points. I did predict we was going to be one of the high scoring teams in the league and defensively. But Tibbs he let me down on the defensive end. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. We like I said, he got to correct some adjustments as far as learning how to adapt to the game speed, which is learning how to call his timeouts at the right time and subbing at the right time. You cannot put the fire out. You know what I'm saying? When they hot, let it keep burning. You know what I'm saying? Until the fire go out. Then you adjust the team. Everybody got to be, like I said, everybody got to be ready to step up and come in and handle their business, you know? So at the end of the day, I hope they win this game tonight, which I predict they not, because like I said, Tibbs lost this team, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that feel the same way that I feel. There's a lot of people, and I might disagree with me. You know, we're going to agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, I just want to see this team get to the playoffs and be the team that we know they can be. You know, and hopefully he could turn it around. Maybe he could make me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared to admit when I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Make me wrong. That's it. Make me wrong. Show me that you could turn this season around and put this team in the right position to get to the playoffs and maybe move on. You know, so it's all on him, though. It's all on him.
Right. He's the steer of the ship. He's the captain and running the steer of the ship. So I agree with you, man. Let's see if they respond and all that. But what's interesting to me, who Fudge Knight said this lineup will save Tim. They got Jericho Sims. Oh my God. Randall, RJ. If Cam Reddish starting at that 2 or 3 and Brunson, that is pretty much that's nice. I like to see that. You got a lot of athleticism there. You got a lot of muscle grit. You got a wing defender like Cam Reddish that can really help on the wing, and Jericho Sims, he's a jumping machine. You know, don't get me wrong, he got to work on a little bit of things, but he still can make an impact on his team. So I think this is going to be pretty interesting tonight, man. And like I said, even the other night, Shaw Powers, I thought Cam Reddish, it wasn't about the 4 points, it was about everything else he did. That's why he was a plus. It ain't like, you know. And I'm happy about that, because sometimes it ain't about the score. If you're just scoring is not good, what else you can do that game to impact the game? Now, I think if the Knicks would have put effort up there like Cam Reddish did the other night, Boston would have scored 130 points. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be really interesting to see tonight if Jericho Sims could just get and put a body on Cat if he's going to be playing. If Rudy Gobert's not there, Jericho Sims can put a body on Cat a little bit because he got that strength, that muscle. Let's see. I think it should be interesting to see how that thing go down tonight.
Yeah, that like Elton Lee said, and I believe the same thing. I think if Sims starts tonight, it's because they want Hartenstein back into that second unit, because I think Hartenstein with the second unit plays a little bit better together with OB and IQ and D Rose. So I mean, Tibbs trying. He's trying a little bit different this year. It's just the 10th game coming up in the season, and he's already took Fournier out of the starting lineup, implemented Grimes, and he couldn't stay in the starting lineup. Now Cam should be starting in the starting lineup. You know, he's playing a player that we've been wanting to see what he could do out on the court. Sims tonight, supposedly going to be starting tonight. He's trying, and now it's going to be a little difference to what the defense is now. And if you're going to see, and I hope it doesn't happen, but you may see Sims be a little out of place tonight on some of the defensive schemes because he hasn't played with the team, you know, regulation basketball, you know, on the court basketball, not scrimmages and stuff like that. So I hope he picks up fast and we get this win. If he could just keep a body out and block out and grab some of those grab some defensive and offensive rebounds like he does usually, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what's interesting to me, and, you know, it's early. And here's one thing I do know. Basketball is a game of runs, whether it's in the game or I seen the Knicks last year, they came out of business, then they went on an 8-3 win in 11 games. 8 out of 11 games, they won 8 games. So you can get on a run. That's just the way it works. And like I said, it's early in the season, and you really truly coming out of preseason with this stuff. Because like I said, prior to they changing it to 4 games, they were preseason was 8 games. So we in the 10th game of the season. So you really still just kind of getting to the heart of this thing. And and I think the next couple of games, put like this here. If the Knicks come out these next 3 games and win 0-3, that's a different story. Then I think the smoke, Tim illuminated too, where there's smoke, there's fire, basically. So let's say if these next 3 games, it might be different after that. But I think we got to take it one game at a time, and just remember that the last couple of years, I think the front office did Tibbs kind of dirty with the way they put this team together. You gave us Kemba Walker, not a defender. Evan Fournier is not a defender. Julius Randle wasn't defending. RJ just was taking on the best threes in the league. Mitchell Robinson played 72 games. He was defending, but your defense was still, and they still was middle tier and without a lot of defenders. And then you go to the bench. Obi's not a defender. They just don't. I think, and that's why I think we got to give just a little bit of leeway to Tibbs. I think you should have gotten the guys Tibbs needed, because your coach only going to, one thing about a coach, if you got a certain style of play, you got to have a guy to match your certain style of play. Like you can't be a defense-minded coach, but you ain't got no defenders. I mean, you can't be an offense-minded coach, but you ain't got guys who can't shoot. That just don't work. I mean, that's like trying to mix water and oil together. You know what I mean? So I think tonight might be, and I'm glad that he's trying to make the adjustments. Like I said, Tim, we got to hold him accountable, like Tim said. But let's see how it goes the next couple of games. I'm happy that he took Fournier out. Even though we lost the game, I still think it was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And then let's see tonight, being that Mitchell went down, let's see we'll see what Sims. If Sims can give us 6 quality minutes and make it hard on Cat, then he did his job as the 58 pick in his second year. We can't ask the man to come in there and lock Cat down. I mean, my man just came in the league last year. He was the 58 pick in the league. So we can't put all the weight on his shoulders. All we're gonna ask him to do is just do what the Knicks told you to do or taught you to do since you've been here. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. I really do think there's gonna be a good game tonight. Them cats are not deep 3-point shooting. They don't run out the gym with 3-pointers. So that should kind of give us a little bit of leeway, knowing that they ain't gonna blow us out 3-point shooting. But unless y'all just let somebody run the muck, and I don't think it should be that. These cats only shooting 33% from downtown, under league average. So we gotta see if we can do it, man. But we'll see how it goes, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. But we're gonna go around the panel and we talk to Tim, then I get to Shot Powers, and then we get to the chat, then we get up out of here, man. The game is at 9:15. We go around the panel. Great show tonight, man. All the energy, I love it, man. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. Y'all cats had it popping up in there. But Tim, I know right now you got it. Like I said earlier, you projected to lose, but give me your thought for us. Where do you see the Knicks going in the next 4 games? We got, let me say 3 games. We got this game tonight. We got the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn. Then we got the Detroit Pistons in the Garden. What's your take on the next 3 games for the Knicks?
You want my honest opinion? 0-3.
Okay.
0-3. And I you know what I'm saying? I'm the most passionate diehard Knicks fan. And with Tibbs coaching, I just don't see it. The way he got the team revved up against the top tier team that we supposed to put the knee on lotus, the Knicks dropped the ball, and Tibbs didn't come through for us. We beating subpar teams. We're not beating the team that we put in the league on notice and let them know, like, yo, we here. We're not playing. Y'all can't just think y'all just gonna play us and beat us down. It ain't happening like that. But it's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? He's proving us wrong right now. And yeah, Tibbs, at the end of the day, Tibbs take majority of the blame. You know what I'm saying? Because he is the general, like you said. The players gotta buy in. They gotta all buy in. And clearly, that's not what I'm seeing right now. Everybody seems like they're not buying into his system right now. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it's going to take. I hope he proved me wrong. Like I said, I want to be proved wrong because I had us winning 50 games. I hope they do win this game tonight. But I don't see that happening. Okay. I think Anthony Edwards going to have a breakout game. I think Big Cat going to have a big. Those are two. They problems. You know what I'm saying? So if our defense is suspect, how are we going to contain them? I hope they really buy into Tibbs. I hope the practice that they had the last couple of days, I hope they really locked in and put that work in so they could prove a person like me who's a diehard Knicks fan, who's always the optimist, but clearly I feel some kind of way, and it starts with the general, So at the end of the day, that's what I have to say on that note. But one more thing before I pass it over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, bro. You there, Tim?
Speak up right now. And I don't care what his past situation happened in the past. And I'm sure the team that he's on and not playing, if they get rid of him, I think we should give him a shot because everybody deserves a second chance, which is Miles Bridges from Charlotte. That boy is a problem. That boy is a beast. He can ball, and he is New York City. He is tough. You know what I'm saying? And I look, it is what it is. You know, I'm not saying just for the rest of the season and see what he can do. Let him and Cam battle it out and see who really wants that small forward spot. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Fournier ain't it. And we need a backup. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, give that boy another chance. Ain't nobody perfect. He is a baller. You know what I'm saying? And if we can find a way to steal him for the minimum, I'll take it for the rest of the season. Why not take a chance on him? Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? That boy is a baller. If you see the Charlotte games with him playing and what he did to us in New York City and in Charlotte, come on now. You know he could definitely do something and make a change to this team and help add some toughness. What we missing, lack of toughness, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's what I got to say, man.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I think Charlotte signed him back because I think now that he got cleared the situation, this cat will do for damn near close to a semi-max contract. So I think Charlotte, now that he got this thing behind him, Charlotte gonna sign him. They need him. Charlotte don't go nowhere without Miles Bridges. But he ain't gonna get me wrong. He's the real deal. I love it too. But I just think that Charlotte gonna sign him back. You know what I mean? The cat got out of this thing. He got 3-year probation. You know, it ain't like he getting jail time. It ain't like he getting none of that. So I think Michael Jordan are going to find a way. And that's why I don't think they made no moves this summer, Shaw Powers, because they was waiting to see how his situation was going to play out. But I love to have him down here. I agree with you, Tim. The kid is he's the real deal. But you know, I'm looking at these next 3 games. You know, it all starts tonight, one game at a time. You know, I just know that's what's on the schedule and that's what's on the itinerary for the next 3 games. You know, but if we take it one game at a time, I do think the Knicks got a chance of winning this game because, like I said, other than Anthony Edwards, they ain't shooting the 3-ball well, and that's Achilles' heel. It really is. You know, and we got to see how Brunson going to force D'Angelo Russell to play this game tonight. Is he going to try to get down there and force D'Angelo Russell to have to play defense? And is RJ going to, you know, they got McDaniels down there. They got some guys down there. Don't get it twisted. But I think talent-wise, other than Cat and I want somebody to do this real quick too. Go on. Look at Anthony Edwards and RJ Barrett's stats this year. Straight down the middle of the same. One or 2 points or rebound here. They scoring the same. They rebound about the same. I think RJ got him in one category. He got RJ in one category. So it's not, you know, I think it's going to be like Jay Boogie said. Let RJ go in there to do RJ things. Randall do RJ Randall thing. Let Brunson do Brunson thing. Brunson will eat against my man Russell tonight. I can guarantee you that. Jalen Brunson will eat against him. So and I think if you want to wash Edwards and RJ out, that's fine. If you want to wash Cat and Randall out, that's fine. But our other guys got to step up. That's all. And I think we got a good chance to win. Shot out. Like I say, they don't shoot good from 3.
Yeah, we push that pace. Grab some rebounds, hit your free throws. The majority of these things we've been trying to do. If we can implement these things tonight and play some sure defense, some good team defense tonight, hopefully we can get out there and increase our 3-point percentage tonight. You know, 35, 36%, you know, 1 or 2 ticks, an extra 3 or 4 3-pointers tonight over this team. You know, if they shoot 10 and if they hit 10, we hit 13, we win the game tonight, man. I think this team is, you know, it matches up pretty well, you know, and without Gobert in there, it makes it a little different. And now that we have Sims starting, it's going to make it you know, we're going to see something for the first 4 to 6 minutes tonight. You know what I mean? How good Sims is going to be. You know what I mean? Like I said, remember, Sims hasn't played on the regulation court with these guys pretty much, you know, no significant minutes all year. So he's going to have, you know, a little bit of deficiencies tonight. He's not going to be in certain places tonight. But what he will do is he will get out there and jump to the top of the backboard. He'll try to grab every rebound, and he'll try to fight for, you know, offensive rebounds. And that's what we're going to need tonight. We may need second chance baskets tonight, but we need to push that pace. If we can shore up our defense, especially on the perimeter defense tonight, I think we could pull this game out tonight. I'm gonna go I think we score pretty much the same. I think I'm gonna go 114 to 112 New York Knicks. I think it's gonna be a shootout and a close game.
Yeah, real talk. Hey, Keith and Eddie, my man is beating RJ from the 3-point line. He's shooting 40%. RJ's not shooting 40. That's one of the only few stats that he got RJ in. I'm trying to pull it up for you guys. I know I seen it before I came on the show tonight, and that's why I brought it up, because I did see that on the show. Edwards has pretty much got him at the 3-point line. Everything else is pretty much even kill. But like I said, you guys can pull it up because it's not hard to do when you got the information highway out here, the internet. It's still going to be a competitive game. RJ's a competitor. I mean, we know Anthony Edwards is a more athletic, skillful player, but I think RJ Barrett's competitiveness keeps him in line with a lot of guys. You know what I mean? I know we don't think RJ the flashiest cat in the world, but look at RJ numbers this year. RJ ain't like he just got scrub numbers. RJ round almost close to 20 points a game. You know what I mean?
RJ is shooting about 50% from the field goal percentage. RJ is not. If you look at his numbers, man, he's right there, man. He's like 50. He's like 30-something% from three. He's grabbing about 6 rebounds. His numbers ain't bad. I mean,
Yep. Yeah, you're right, Shot Power. His numbers ain't bad, and that's what kind of gets me sometimes. Like, man, why do we beat this kid up? He's 22 years old. He came out of college knowing that he wasn't a good shooter, and he worked on it. You know what I mean? And that's what I love about him is his work ethic. He want to be good. I'd rather take somebody who got the will to want to be better than somebody who just don't try to be better. Like I said, we got to remember one thing. The Knicks gave RJ Barrett a $27 million a year. They didn't give it to him for nothing. So now you see his numbers starting to get there. It takes time. It really does. It takes time. And, it's all about the elevation. You know what I mean? One step higher until you get to where you got to go. You know what I mean? And I think he's on that cusp. But it's gonna be a fun game tonight, guys. I think it's gonna be tough. Hopefully the Knicks will pull it out, Shaw Powell and Tim, and we could talk about it and the next round. And but listen, man, what a great show tonight. The chat, man, you cats had a pop in tonight. Salute to my man Jay Boogie, Danny Land for coming in with building tonight, man. And we just hope for the best tonight, man. You know what I mean? Shot, what you had picked tonight? What was your score?
112 to 115. Right? Yeah, it was 3 point difference. It was 112, 115, or something like that.
Yep. Hey, listen, we do this for fun. We know the Knicks can lose the game tonight. We know the Knicks ain't winning 82 games, but we always pick it because we do it because we feel if the Knicks on their game tonight,
every game. I think the Knicks can win every game.
Right. So I'm gonna go tonight because I don't think that team is deadly from 3-point line. I'm not worried about them. I'm gonna go to Knicks 110-103. 110-103 tonight. That's what I'm gonna do tonight. But listen, man, don't forget to vote, guys. No matter what, man, this is important, man. I mean, we ain't just saying about politics, but it's a platform. We got it. And
governor's race is major.
Right. It's important, man, because this democracy is on the line, bro. Real talk, man. We got to do this for our kids, our grandkids, and everybody. Don't worry about what we going through because we ain't going to be here long enough for you to worry about it. But we got to think about our future generation kids, what they're going to go through, what type of environment they're going to be living in. Go out there tomorrow. If you don't vote, you can't complain. Period.
Councilmen,
right. So
assemblymen, all of those are homegrown things right there. Those are things that you'll see before you see anything from a senator or for someone. You know what I mean? You'll see something from your governor, from your assemblyman, all those smaller things that you want to fight for. You get them where they don't really know. You can lead them in the right path, man.
Yes, sir. Real talk, man. And I think it's only appropriate that we do it. So, so if you got to get out there and do what you got to do, man. But just remember, man, some things in life is more important than just the things that we do out because we feel we're in a good place. It is really important that you get out there tomorrow, man, and lead. Even if your little kid or your little daughter or your son ain't even old enough to vote, bring them to the polls with you. Bring them to the polls with you. Bring them to the polls with you. Bring your kids. Bring them to that and see what it is to know what it is to live in one of the greatest countries in the world. And you got choices to make. Because in some places they don't even have a choice to do this. They don't have a choice. You're in a place where no matter what you do, you got a choice to do it or you don't do it. So let's go out there and vote tomorrow. Let's get it popping. Knicks tonight.
Well said, fellas. Well said.
Yeah, real talk, man. We just got to do it, man. But listen, I'm gonna stay optimistic. You know me, man. I'm an optimistic cat, man. I think our Knicks go in there and grind it out. We just got to get some defense in here tonight, man. And if we lose, we fight another day. But so salute to the chat.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick? Hold on, I know
go ahead,
Can I ask y'all one question?
Yes,
Did
sir.
y'all hear about Obi Toppins and Rick Brunson having a heated argument?
Yeah, that was a good thing to me. I think that was good because and like he said, what happened was Obi wasn't doing something, and Rick Brunson got on him, and that Obi Toppin came out and then had it popping. Yeah, I like that's coaching to me, holding people accountable. Yeah, I heard about it. They talked about it, and I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on, but that's what they're supposed to do, man. I mean, you got to hold people accountable. If you slacking, somebody got to get in you. Put a spark your butt, put a foot in your butt, or whatever. And if Obi was lagging in something, he wasn't doing something right, and the coach seen it, call him out. He didn't do it in the media like Jalen Ramsey did, like my man said. He said, "Listen, but Obi kind of responded to that. So listen, man, he was right, and that's what he's supposed to do, and it's that. It's that locker room was important, man. So." But look what happened when he did that. Obi realized he wasn't doing some things right. I don't know if he was upset with him.
He played a little bit better.
Yeah, he came out and played a little bit better. And maybe that's what Tibbs got to do. Get in their ass. Get part of my language. Get in their butt, yo. You ain't doing. If Julius Randle ain't playing right, Tibbs needs to get in his butt. Yeah, do like Obi Toppin.
Exactly.
Get in his butt. If you can't be favoritism with Randle, you can't favoritism with nobody. If them cats not playing, you as a coach, as the commander in chief of that team, get in their case, bro. Like, yo, man, you slacking, bro. I'm gonna pull you out this game and put in this other cat. I don't care, whatever. So and I think that's what we got to get. The accountability is the best ability. So it is all good. But listen, man, great show. The show started 4 minutes. Y'all go get it popping. Salute to the chat, Eddie, Johnny, Met fan, Hawkeye, Met me fan. Let's go, everybody. I'm gonna get it running real quick. Keith Turner, Crow. Salute to you, my brother. Punch, nice, Elton Lee. It's about that time to grind. Knicks gonna be in Minnesota, the Twin City. Robert Woodward, salute. L. Lee, my man, salute again. Red man, thank you for coming in, my man. Appreciate you dropping in the show. Good to see you up in here. Everybody, man. P. Nice, y'all know what it is, man. P.S. Streety, salute to you, my brother. Francisco, everybody, let's go, man. You know what it is, man. We in the building, Knicks Real Talk. Hey, once again, thank you, Jay Boogie, for coming in with the on the panel tonight, man. We appreciate that, Real Talk. But listen, let's get it, man. Till we can get this W tonight. Knicks Real Talk. Divine Chop Howard, my brother Tim. We out of here, man. Y'all enjoy the game, and we'll holler at you. And Chop Howard, I'm gonna hit you up either later on or tomorrow, man. We'll talk about the other stuff.
I already know.
Okay, my brother. Yo, peace, everybody. Have a good one, man. Take it out.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
Let's get it.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage, be on the job, my energy. 50 tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, that my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We create the logo when there's hair space that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's any dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine on Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go,
in the
let's go.
building. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes,
Let's
sir.
get it.